Hello comic book worms, welcome to my channel. This is Naman. Let's start eating comic books.
Oh, what fun we're going to have together.
Hey, welcome to my 19th episode of my one and done experiment. Hey, fellow comic book worms. I'm gonna go ahead and skip the choosing process today because I wanna talk about something else at the end of this video. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about the Punisher symbol. They say it's a controversial topic, but in my opinion, it shouldn't be a controversial topic, and I'm going to tell you why it shouldn't be. In my opinion, this is all my opinion, guys. I don't want this to be my main thing here, but that's why I'm just putting it at the end of this video. But it is appropriate for me to discuss it because I'm talking about, or I have selected the Punisher War Journal for this one and done series. So, well, let's get back to it. All right, let's look at the grade. I have the book here. I got the book out because I feel like I introduced new damage to it. This photo has been taken like 3 months, 4 months ago. The reason I had to grade these books is not because I think this is entertaining. I do this for myself in the future, like 10, 15, 20 years later. I want to keep track of how well I protected these books. Anyway, I want to say that I have introduced new damage to the book right around here because in the photo I cannot see it. There's right by his sleeve. Oh, I actually could see it quite slightly. There's a bend right there. So I guess that's not new damage I introduced. There's a little bend right there. It's just bad photography. But yeah, I have a bend there. It's not color breaking bend, but there's a bend there. And I don't know how to determine if these are color breaking or not. I see the white spots right along the dots. I mean the black lines. Right there, right there. 1, 2. And these are not very straight lines. Especially if you explode it, the image like that one right there. And I see it on the comic book too. So yeah, I don't know how to determine those. I counted like 5 of those. So it is a pretty old book. I guess from 90s, right? So that's I say about uh, 6 damage points there. In the back, I see 1. It's a little dirty. I see 1 in the back too. What was it? Yeah, right there. So I mean that shows it being not color breaking, but it's white. So white background, so it's hard to tell. I'm gonna take about 7 points off of this. 7 damage, about 9.3, 9.2, about 9.2, maybe 9. For 90s book, they kept it well. Oh, I do have one more thing I need to discuss. I say 9.2, right? So this one right here. At first, I thought this is some kind of bleed through because of a color touch. But when I looked at the back, I mean in the front cover, it's white areas that it doesn't make sense that somebody will do color touch in white area, and this color is like a red marker kind of markup. So I don't know what that is, honestly. Maybe it could be some kind of fruit juice, or anyways, It's inside the book. I don't know how to take the point out. Maybe let's take 2 points out of that one to keep the record straight. So I say 9. So what I think about cover. This is Jim Lee's early work. So uh, my opinion is gonna be biased. But I could tell this is Jim Lee's early work. Let me show you something here. Yeah, Jim Lee, finish art. They actually mention him at the back end. They have a picture of him right here. That looks young Jim Lee. Doesn't look like a Jim Lee at all, actually. Maybe when he was young, he looked like that. But yeah. So they do mention that he's no relation to Stanley. A bunch of comedians. Anyway, do I like the cover? Cover is fine. It's not, again, I think it's Jim Lee's early work. There's a lot of action there, so yeah, it's Jim Lee's. All right, let's look at the internal work. Immediately, you're presented the infamous logo. It's not famous, it's infamous, guys. I don't know why this coloring is not good. Maybe it's just this comic book, I don't know. That red is horrible, but I mean, rest looks good. Immediately you could tell this layout is different. The bottom layout is looks like a flashback, and what's going on up in the top presently, and you got flashback. So immediately you could tell what's going on down here. I think everybody knows basically Punisher's origin story. He has a family. He had a family. These arts are, I mean, I think they're serviceable for me. Again, I feel like I'm being a little biased, but I mean, look at that. I mean, you feel the pain, right? Again, it's early work, Jim Lee's early work, but you see the worrisome, the lady's crying, and you got dual story going on here. Yeah, the Punisher origin story where his family gets mowed down, and yeah. Yeah, inside out is all right. It's again, it's Jim Lee's early work, but it's all right. Morning coffee. Let's get to the story. First thing you see is when you open it up, the infamous skull symbol, Punishers, on both pages. I say infamous, not famous, infamous. Just want to point that out. It's number 1, November 1988, the Punisher original. So not 90s book, but 80s book. Oh, okay. An Eye for an Eye, Chapter 1, Sunday in the Park, written by Carl Potts. Punisher is getting shot. Basically, he's testing his bulletproof uniform, or whatever you want to call that, custom. This guy's code name is Microchip. You know, he's basically a guy in the chair. You know, guy who provides equipment, I guess, and stuff, information. I'm going to ignore this origin story on the bottom panel. Now, Punisher said he has to do something important, but he don't need a microchip or anything. Well, microchip gives him a couple clip anyways and say, hey, take these. And Punisher ends up in a little traffic jam with his van. This particular book reads like one of those old detective movies where first person narrating the story. These yellow boxes are him narrating the story. So yeah, that's what it reads like. And as soon as he faces traffic, I guess he's recording his voice right here. There's no way I can be late today. And make his own little road and bug out of there. Take out his little motorcycle and um, he's hurried to get somewhere. A very important day for him. He's up at the bakery, not bakery, deli, Winning Deli. A couple Asian people are running the deli. There's some side story to that, but I'll ignore that. He's being pretty rude to the people because he's in a hurry. Again, I'm going to ignore the side story here. Well, he ends up at Central Park and notices these people here. Notice that this lady is being almost shoved into the car with the baby. He's looking at his time because he want to make it to his event, whatever the event is. He noticed the bodyguard packing a gun. And then he noticed nervous tap on the brake light, but turns out to be SOS. I wish I knew what SOS signals are. I should know it, right? And he decided he's not going to call the police. He's going to take care of the thing by himself because he has no faith in law and order. As he saw that in traffic jam thing, that he just take the law onto himself. Is that how you say it? Punisher. That's what Punisher does. Anyway, he take care of these thugs, save this couple, take them to a safe place, drive them to a safe place. Then start asking them, hey, did I help the right people? Well, it turns out he really didn't help good people here. The mother of this baby said, well, I married the wrong guy. Had a baby with him. Turned out to be a mob boss. I decided I'm going to call my old boyfriend and run away with him. Take the baby from the father. And my boss found out and said, hey, return the baby or you both are going to die. So instead of returning the baby, she decided to kidnap her sister's baby. Her reasoning? Because her sister's baby is retarded. Her sister will not be able to take care of the baby. Her reasoning. When she returned the baby to her ex-husband, my boss, he won't recognize the baby because they're only 2 days apart, and she thinks the my boss never pay attention to baby anyways. And as soon as he finds out that his baby is retarded, he's gonna be asshole about it and give it to orphanage. She made all that decision herself, right? Stealing baby from her own sister, man. And then give it to these dangerous people. Giving the baby to the dangerous people. Well, Punisher hears this. And then the mob boss finds out that he didn't know that the baby he had was not his baby. And send these goons to, capture this couple. He wants his baby back. Which is not a evil reasoning, I don't think. That particular part isn't, right? Well, so Punisher goes, shit, I got the wrong person here. I helped the wrong people here. But there are people that needs help. Is that mother who lost her baby, got kidnapped. So he wanted to go over there and rescue the baby, and told this couple to stay here where the safe houses are, so nobody's will come after them. And and there's another side story going on here, and I will ignore that as well. He Punisher ends up at the mansion of the mob boss, take care of a few guards. Ends up at the mob boss, taking a bet, listening to radio. Pulls out a little lie detector test and say, "Hey, look, I know your wife or ex-wife took your baby. Well, let her take the baby. Let her go off with her new boyfriend. Give some money to the retarded baby, so retarded baby can be taken care of. Give me the baby, retarded baby, and I'll take it to her mother, whatever he was gonna do. And if you agree to all that and you're not lying, I'm gonna let you live." And he throws out that lie detector thing. And that's gonna do that, right? So, of course, more bodyguard comes and Punisher take care of him. So this guy here, he went for 1988 standard. This is really stupid. He have a radio plugged into AC outlet right next to the bathtub. Then he goes after the gun. He hides the gun right there, right by that outlet. And of course, the Punisher kicks both of them into the tub, and he get punished. Punished for lying and for wanting his own kid back. And then Punisher takes some money from the dude's house, $30,000 of it. He said $25,000 go toward the care of the retarded child, $5,000 for getting out of the town. You take care of the baby, be good parents. If you're not, I will come after you. Okay. And he go back to the deli to pick up things that he lost during the fight. And back to the park, and a couple things that he actually bought from the deli are a sandwich and the kite. It's just memory of the event that happened to him. So that sad thing that happened to him, very tragic thing that happened to him, losing his family. And we're supposed to forgive him for all that because, he's a Punisher and he's punishing people, and doesn't matter if he followed the rule or not, law and order or not. He violated the traffic law. We're supposed to cheer him on for that because he's entitled to all this. It was a slow day for Microchip here. And then the next 8 panels are like a preview of what stories to come. Kingpin, the Shadow Master, and there's Easter eggs about Daredevil and whatnot and everything. The Asian winning, whatever. Anyway, that's the story here. Now I know I sounded like sarcastic here, and I dig out all the plot holes and everything, but actually they're not plot holes. This is Punisher's story. Do I enjoy it? Yes, I enjoyed it. So it's Punisher's story. Okay, that's all I'll say about that for now. Is it one and done? Since I have more talk coming up, I'm gonna be very brief. No, it's not one and done. I like the story. I enjoyed it. So I want to read more of this. If there are following books 2 and 3 and 4, and those are reasonable price, I will probably get them. Yeah, so it's not one and done. All right, let's talk about the controversy. In my opinion, it's no controversy at all. Maybe, I think it might have been made up by the publisher of this comic book. So they go out there and make me buy this comic book because I wanted to check out what the controversy was all about. I paid full price for this. I actually even did go watch all those videos because he did a review on it to make sure it's a good story and everything. Well, yeah, I agree with the order. It's a good story. I mean, it's a fun story, not a good story. It's a fun story, yeah. But yeah, I went out there to pay $6 for this when I could have waited till it got to some discount bin. So I'm thinking, hey, maybe these controversies are made up by publishers because I think these controversies are ridiculous. It comes from two sides, two arguments. the opposing arguments. Okay. Argument one is that one group saying, "Hey, you ruined my Punisher. Why are you changing logo of this? My Punisher. I like this Punisher. Uh, just because some hate group is using this wrongfully, you're allowing this group to, you know, you're allowing this group to pressure you into change this Punisher logo into this wussy kind of logo." That's okay. Another argument is from this group. This group saying, "Hey, look, you are culturally appropriating Japanese culture. I mean, Japanese thing. I mean, why are you doing that?" Okay, so I have three arguments, I guess. Both of these groups, okay? Punisher is not a hero, is anti-hero. These Japanese groups are anti-establishment group. They are gangsters, okay? Ninjas. I know we think ninja is cool. I know we think Punisher is cool, but they are not a good people. At best, they're anti-heroes, and the only way they're somewhat good people is that if the establishment is evil. So for Punisher to be a good person, we have to believe that our universe or our community or our state or our country is evil. We have to accept that if a Punisher is a good guy. If not, then Punisher is anti-hero that's struggling through his tragedy, right? We admire his skill set. We admire his strength, ability to handle pain, ability to kill 12 people. We think those are cool, but it's fantasy, not real. Fantasy, reality, Can we separate the two? And if a hate group is using this thing, right? Is it so important that we need to stand by this logo that represents going against the establishment, going against the law and order, making your own rules and regulations, taking the law into your own hands, taking the matter into your own hands because you don't trust establishment? Is that what we all want to be? Do we want a society of vigilantes like Batman or Punisher? Do we really want that? Do we have Gotham City kind of? Is that where we at? I think not. Most of us, I think, are living. Hopefully, I will continue to live like this. But we are living in a law and order society, and it's not that important. We are not talking about United States flag. Okay, yeah, we wanna say if some hate group is using our flag wrongfully, we wanna say, hey, that flag belongs to all of us, not just your group. We're not gonna modify our flag because of your hate group. You are using it wrong. We wanna stand by our flags, and it represents all of us, our nation, our country. That's fair. But this is a comic book. This is the comic book logo. It doesn't deserve my protection, my energy. It doesn't even deserve this talk right now. Third, freedom of speech, freedom of expression. Let writers, creators write whatever they want, draw whatever they want. Why are we trying to censor them? Whether the censorship comes from the left or right, why are we censoring them? We are not entitled to direct their creativity. Come on, guys. Where does that entitlement come from? We're not entitled to direct their creativity. If you like their stuff, buy it. If you don't like this stuff, don't buy it. Simple as that. What happened to the that market deciding? I mean, anyway, that's just my thought. I don't know why how about this when I could have waited for dollar bins. Till next time.